Welcome to this class. In this opportunity, we are going to learn how to identify main ideas. So, let's get started. In its website, the Columbia College from California defines the main idea of a paragraph as the author's message about the topic. It is often expressed directly or it can be implied. In his book, 10 Steps to Building College Reading Skills, Langan explains that the most helpful reading skill is the ability to find an author's main idea. After you read a paragraph or a passage, ask yourself, what is the main point the author is trying to make? Langan defines the main idea as the author's general point. Under it fits all the other material of the paragraph. That other material is made up of specific supporting details. Those details are the evidence. That evidence could be examples, reasons, or facts. But how do we find main ideas? Well, it is easy to identify a main idea that is directly expressed in the text. According to Columbia College website, main ideas are often found at the beginning of paragraphs. The first sentence often explains the subject being discussed in the passage. They also state that main ideas are also found in the concluding sentences of a paragraph. The main idea can be expressed as a summation of the information in the paragraph, as well as the link to the information in the next paragraph. But one more time, you may wonder, how do we recognize a main idea? Well, let me tell you that Langan explains that in order to recognize the main idea of a passage, you must think as you read. He also presents 3 strategies that will help you find the main idea. Let's take a look at these strategies. The first strategy is look for general versus a specific idea. Second strategy, use the topic to lead you to the main idea. And number 3, use the keywords to lead you to the main idea. Now, let's practice a little bit recognizing main ideas with strategy number 1. Look for general versus specific ideas. In the list of words below, which 3 items are specific ideas and which item is the general idea? The items are letter A, dishonesty, letter B, greed, letter C, bad qualities, and letter D, selfishness. Well, let me tell you that bad qualities is the general idea. It includes 3 specific types of bad qualities, which are dishonesty, greed, and selfishness. Let's continue practicing, this time with a passage. First, read a passage about TV violence. Many people feel that violence on television is harmless entertainment. However, we now know that TV violence does affect people in negative ways. One study showed that frequent TV watchers are more fearful and suspicious of others. They try to protect themselves from the outside world with extra locks on the doors, alarm systems, guard dogs, and guns. It seems that the constant violence they see on TV makes them less sensitive to the real thing. Another study of a group of children found that TV violence increases aggressive behavior. Children who watched violent shows were more willing to hurt another child in games where they were given a choice between helping and hurting. They were also more likely to select toy weapons over other kinds of playthings. Now, take a look at the following statements found in that passage. The statement A, Many people feel that violence on television is harmless entertainment. Letter B. However, we now know that TV violence does affect people in negative ways. Statement C. One study showed that frequent TV watchers are more fearful and suspicious of others. And finally, Statement D. They try to protect themselves from the outside world with extra locks on the doors, alarm systems, guard dogs, and guns. Now, which general statement is supported by the other material in the passage? Let's analyze. Statement A. The paragraph does not support the idea that TV violence is harmless. Sentence A only introduces the topic of TV violence. Statement B. Let me tell you that this is a general statement, because the rest of the passage goes on to describe 3 negative ways that TV violence affects people. Statement C. Well, this sentence is about only one study, so it is not general enough to include the other studies cited in the paragraph. And finally, Statement D. This sentence provides detailed evidence for the first superior idea. It does not cover the rest of the paragraph. Let's continue practicing. Now we know that TV violence affects people in negative ways. But what are those negative ways? Let's look for the specific statements that support it. You may pause the video, read the passage very carefully to find those specific statements. If you decided that the specific statements that support the general one are: frequent TV watchers are more fearful and suspicious of others. Heavy TV watchers are less upset about real-life violence than non-TV watchers. And finally, TV violence increases aggressive behavior. That is correct then. Now let's practice with the second strategy. In the second strategy, you have to use the topic to lead you to the main idea. Langan mentions, the topic is the general subject of a reading selection. Knowing the topic can help you find the writer's main point about that topic. To find the topic of a selection, ask yourself, who or what is the selection about? After you find the topic, ask yourself one more time, what main point is the author making about the topic? Now let's practice. Let's read the following paragraph. Recently, a family of 4 were found dead in their suburban home in New Jersey, victims of carbon monoxide. Such cases are tragically common. Carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. To begin with, it is created in the most ordinary of ways, by the burning of wood, coal, or petroleum products. Once created, this gas is impossible to detect without instruments. It is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Also, carbon monoxide mingles with the remains in the air, rather than rising and being carried away with the wind. Then, when people unsuspectingly breathe it in, it chokes them, taking the place of the oxygen in their blood. Furthermore, it can do its lethal work in very small quantities. Anyone exposed to air that is just 1% carbon monoxide for even a few minutes will almost certainly die. Now answer the following questions. What is the topic of the paragraph? Take a couple of seconds to think about it. If your answer is carbon monoxide, that is correct. Everything in the paragraph is about the topic of carbon monoxide. You may go back to take a look at the paragraph and you will notice how many times the term is used in the passage. Second question. What is the main idea of the paragraph? Take a couple of more seconds, think about it, and answer. Carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. That is the main idea of the paragraph. The third sentence states a general idea that sums up what the entire paragraph is about. The sentence that states the main idea is known as the main idea sentence or the topic sentence. Let's finish with the third strategy. Find and use keywords to lead you to the main idea. Sometimes an author announces the main idea by using keywords. One group of keywords is list words. List words tell you that a list of items will follow. The main idea in the paragraph about carbon monoxide that we just read was stated like this. Carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. In this case, the expression many reasons suggests that the paragraph may be about specific reasons that carbon monoxide is deadly. The list words many reasons help you identify the main idea. Here are some common list words that often announce a main idea. Several kinds of or several ways of, three advantages of, various reasons of, several causes of, 5 steps, a number of steps, some factors in, among the results, a series of. Notice that each has a word that ends in S. The plural suggests that the supporting detail will be a list of items. Another type of keyword is the addition word. It is generally used right before a supporting detail. Here are some common addition words that often introduce supporting details and help you discover the main idea. 1. First or first of all. Second or secondly. Third or thirdly. To begin with. For one thing. Other. Another. Also. In addition. Next. Moreover. Further or furthermore. Last or last of all. Final or finally. Pause the video and reread the paragraph about TV violence. As you do, pick out the addition words that alert you to the supporting details. Also, note that the list words that suggest the main idea. Now let me show you the list words and addition words included in the paragraph about TV violence. The list words, negative ways, suggest the supporting details, will be a list of negative ways TV violence affects people. And each new supporting detail is introduced by an addition word or words. In this case, the addition words are one, in addition, and another. Langan concludes that whether we are readers, writers, listeners, or speakers, the heart of clear communication is the main idea or point, and the support for the main idea. We encourage you to continue reading so you can identify the main ideas in whatever you read. Thank you very much for your attention.